Our special extended coverage of the first public hearing in prime time of the January 6th committee continues now. Let's discuss what we heard and saw tonight with Democratic strategist Kevin Walling and former Trump White House Deputy Communications Director Attorney Brian Morgenstern. Gentlemen, great to have you with us. Brian, how worried are you with what the Democrats laid out tonight? Is their plan to directly connect the president to the fomentation, the summoning, and the instigation, they claim, of what happened on January 6th?
I don't think it was successful, Shannon, and frankly, the hearing is embarrassing. It's an exercise in rank hypocrisy and phony political theater. If they cared about some of these underlying issues, like election integrity, they'd call the chairman of the committee as a witness and ask him why he's objected to past elections. If they cared about political violence, they would look into 7 months of riots where people were firebombing courthouses, looting businesses, burning down our cities. They would ask why I and my colleagues needed Secret Service assistance to get home safely from the White House because of left-wing rioters. If they cared about the security of the Capitol building and our nation's capital, they'd ask why did Nancy Pelosi reject 20,000 troops that were offered by the Trump White House at this time leading up to January 6th? They would ask why are Supreme Court justices who are perceived as conservative having to have extra protection from left-wing activists threatening their lives and their families. Some of these issues are obviously very important, and if this committee cared about them, maybe it would have some legitimacy. But the hypocrisy is just making it a total show and a total sham, and the American people know it's just to distract from the economic issues that are crushing the middle class in America at the hands of the Democrats.
Okay, that sounds a lot like something Congressman Jim Banks had to say tonight. He'll play that out. Of course, he's one of the ones that Speaker Pelosi said could not be on the committee, so McCarthy ended up pulling up all the Republicans, and there are two that remain, chosen by the Speaker. Here's what Jim Banks says, though.
We all know this is a sham committee process. They want to put Donald Trump in jail. If they don't get that, they settle to keep his name off the ballot. The breakdown of security, how intelligence was gathered, how it was disseminated, why Capitol Police officers, like the head of the Capitol Police Union, told me that the rank and file Capitol Police officers didn't receive the intelligence that something was going to happen that day.
So, Kevin, fair to ask those questions?
Certainly it is. But listen, I think this was the first of 7 hearings that we're going to see live on television that were very effective right from the get-go. Listen, this committee is building a case. You, Shannon, highlighted this in terms of U.S. Code 2384, seditious conspiracy. You've already seen the Justice Department gathering many of these depositions that have gone forward in building this case in terms of what's going to happen next. And I think there were some bombshell announcements. The fact that many Republican members of Congress sought a pardon because of their activities around this. The fact that Ivanka Trump, the president's own daughter, rejected these claims that the election was stolen. And the fact that you saw the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers marching to the Capitol, assembling weapons in advance of this insurrection at the Capitol, I think was pretty illustrative. Okay. So there are a lot more things to
Kevin,
come.
They didn't
and we'll see where this goes.
Yes, we will see where it goes, and we're going to see where you guys go because you're going to stick around for this next hour. We got to go, but please hold on. Thank you guys very much. I want to bring it back.